Bibs, what's up? Welcome to the Ariel Show. I'm Ariel. We are in Indianapolis today on the Turn Your Pain into Art tour. It's going fabulous. Thank you so much to everyone who's making these shows so amazing. Check the dates in the description to see where we're heading next. Today we're going to be talking about creating a future that you love. In month of March, we're talking about falling in love with our future. And so the way that you're going to fall in love with it is to make it. And this is so awesome. I love thinking about this. We are in charge of our futures. It doesn't have to be a big question mark. It doesn't have to be like, I'm going to wait and see what comes to me and then I'll decide whether or not I'm going to fall in love with it. No, and in fact, don't do that. You need to be making this shit on the regular. You create your future. You're the one who created today. You created that yesterday, and now in today, you're going to be creating your tomorrow and the rest of your future. And that's why we were talking last week about creating that future identity for yourself. And that starts by you just envisioning what the people who are living the kind of life that you want to live, what they're thinking, right? What their life looks like. Start bringing that into your life. The reason I've been talking about thoughts and thinking so much lately, I don't know if you've noticed this, but I've been on this huge kick ever since I learned something called the model. And the model has blown my life wide open. I started learning about this at the beginning of the year, and I didn't want to share it with you until I was like road testing it, until I knew that it really could stand up to some of the pressures of life, till I really knew that, you know, it withstood, and it is, and it hasn't, and like I can't even keep it a secret any longer because it's just changed my life, you guys, and I'm so excited. This is like such a gift. This idea, this way of looking at the world has been such a gift to me, and I'm so excited I get to share it with you today. So here's how the model works. It's a way of looking at the world that includes kind of like common philosophies and common truths that most, you know, self-help or spiritual teachers can all kind of agree on. And you might already be aware of this idea that our thoughts create our feelings. And I've always kind of known that, but I've never understood it as clearly as I have now using the power of the model. So the model is composed of 5 components, and I'll just read them off to you. It's your circumstances, then your thoughts, then your feelings, then your actions, then your results. And all 5 of those affect the other one. And so your circumstance, I was thinking about a good example to use for you guys. Let's just do circumstance life. Okay, we're all alive, so we all have the circumstance. A circumstance is anything that we can all agree on that can be proven in a court of law. It can't have any of your own personal opinions on it. So it can't be like my crappy life, because that would have an opinion on it. So it can just be life, okay? Then next we get to, after circumstance, we get to thought. Thought would be crappy if you wanted to do it like that. Or if you want to believe awesome, life is awesome, or whatever you want to be. In this case, for this example, we're going to use circumstance, life, thought. My thought about life is not fair. Okay, so if I have the thought, life is not fair, what is the feeling that that thought is going to make for me? Disempowered. How about that? If I'm going around thinking that everyone else gets opportunities that I don't get, that life is kind of like rooted against me, like it's just not a fair way to live, other people have it better than me, I'm gonna feel very disempowered, right? Next we get to actions, and remember, each of these affects the next one. So our thoughts created our feelings create our actions. What kind of actions do I take when I feel disempowered? Not much, right? I mean, when I see other people getting opportunities, and if I'm judging them and I'm thinking, that's not fair, they didn't want that as much as I did, they didn't work as hard as that for I did, and then I feel disempowered, what do? Nothing. I have inaction. My action is nothing. It's just me sitting around. It's me complaining. It's me like bitching in my journal. It's me getting on Netflix and numbing out because I don't want to think about it because I feel so out of control in my own life. Okay, if that's the kind of actions that we're taking in our life, complaining, judging, just sitting around thinking life's unfair, watching shows to zap out of our lives for a minute, what kind of results are we creating? What kind of results are we creating? Really crappy results, right? Like, of course, if that's what I'm doing, that's the result I'm going to be creating, and it's going to be not much. It's going to be just more of the same. And what's so powerful about viewing life in the model is your results come back around and prove your original thought true. So if this is the way I'm living my life, my results will be indeed that for me, life isn't fair, because everyone around me will keep getting those amazing opportunities that I won't be getting because I'm not taking the action to go get them, because I feel disempowered, because I have a core belief that life isn't fair. Whoa. Do you see how this works? And let's just do a really quick one in the opposite direction. Let's do circumstance, life, thought. I can create whatever I want in life. That's a great thought. Let's pick that one. Feeling would be the opposite of before. It would be empowered. Action, what action do we take when we're empowered? Oh my God, we go and get it, don't we? We think, I got this. I can create my amazing future for myself. I'm in charge around here. And this is stuff I've been teaching you in the last couple of weeks. This is a really great model for us. when we have those actions, we're going and doing the stuff, right? We're taking the risk, we're making the phone call, we're sending the email, we're submitting ourselves for the either contest or whatever it is. Like, we're showing up in life believing we deserve a spot at this. And then guess what? If you put yourself out there, you're gonna get some of that goodness. And so the result is gonna be you are creating a life for yourself that you love. And again, it's proving the original thought true. Okay, so how does this apply to our future? Well, I know this is like really intense stuff. Like, you need to sit with this stuff. It's kind of mind-blowing, but what it basically is saying then is that the thoughts that we're thinking are creating our results. And this is something I shared with you last week about how the law of attraction, the secret, kind of misses this piece. They kind of leave this piece out because they kind of make it sound like think something and it will become true. Thoughts become things. No, thoughts don't become things, but thoughts influence our feelings, which influence our actions, which create a result. That's how thought becomes things. That's the chain of command right there. So the way that you get the results that you want is you just keep moving up the ladder. This is so great. So if the result I want in my life is I'm living my dream life, then the action is, what kind of actions would I have to take to create that dream life? Okay, write the actions down. What kind of feeling would I have to have? I'd have to be motivated. I'd have to be focused. I'd have to be committed. I'd have to be dedicated. Okay, these are the feelings I want to make on demand from scratch, from my own head. What kind of thoughts do I need to think to make these feelings for myself? Boom, mind blown. Then literally I go in my journal and I just write all those thoughts down. I would be thinking thoughts like, I got this, I'm such a boss. Here's the examples in my life before when I've created an amazing life for myself. Here's why this time it's gonna be different. Like, literally, it's like a cue. You cue the thought, you pick it on purpose, and then it just goes down the line and goes to work for you. And this is so much easier than trying to change your life by just changing your actions or just changing your results. If you do it that way, it's not gonna have the same effect as if it kind of came more organically from you creating your thoughts, which influence your feelings, which take care of your actions, which then change your results. So that is a very high level overview, not nitty gritty overview of the model, or at least my interpretation of it and how I have been applying it into my life, and it's been helping me so much. So next week, I'm gonna talk about how this can help us achieve our goals. And as you can probably already guess, it's gonna be all about programming our thoughts on purpose, deciding what thoughts we want in order to kind of start that chain of command where it goes down the line with boom, that creates the feeling, that creates the action, that creates the result. I hope your mind is blown. My mind is blown saying this stuff. If you didn't understand this, it might be because this is my very first time explaining it to anyone but like my little brother. So leave me your comments here on YouTube and I will do my best to get back with you guys if you have questions. And let me just say one caveat. If you're looking for holes in this theory, if you're like, yeah, but that doesn't apply to blah, blah, blah. If you're looking for evidence for why this doesn't work, you're gonna find it. And so what's been really helpful to me is to instead just act as if this is how the world works, act as if this is true, look at other people's results and imagine that they created them with their thinking. Just kind of blanket statement this law, if you want to call it that, over all the world, and then you'll start finding it. And you kind of need to do that in the beginning for you to see examples of it. However, yeah, you're going to be able to poke holes in this theory and be like, yeah, but it doesn't make sense for blah, blah, blah. Sure, fine. I'm sure you can find that. That's not going to serve you though, because it's all about putting ourselves in a place of empowerment. And this is the most empowering thing I think I've ever found in my like 10 years of studying self-help and all these theories. So excited to be sharing this with you. I will see you next week. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you to my patrons for making today's episode possible. Love you guys. Ashes, ashes, dust to dust, it doesn't hurt enough yet, does it?